Hello everyone, here's the video that I was talking about on baking pies. So I've always been obsessed with the Amish and the Mennonites ever since I was a little girl, and I read a book called The Plain Girl, I believe it was, in 6th grade. And I loved the romanticism of their life and followed them, read every book that I could, wanted to be one. And then I did one of those ancestry DNA things like a few years ago where you swab your mouth and you send it in, and so it came back and it said you have so much % of Pennsylvania Dutch in you. And so I was telling my mom, she's like, oh yeah, your grandma always talked about her Pennsylvania Dutch relatives. I was like, wait, what? I can't believe I'm related to them. It truly was like a dream come true. And so I did a lot of looking through genealogy and through all the sites that are available to us, and was able to trace our ancestry back to people who had come over from, I think, Sweden or Norway, and then settled Lancaster, Pennsylvania area. And so I do indeed have ancestry. So while I'm not practicing Mennonite, I'm a Southern Baptist, I do have it in my heritage. I can prove it. I'm super excited about it. So I feel justified to use this cookbook and say that I'm doing Mennonite cooking. So I got this from my son for Christmas, and I haven't been able to do a lot of cooking out of it, but one pie that I've always wanted to make is Shoofly Pie. So I'm going to make a Shoofly Pie, I'm going to make a sour cream raisin pie, and then if we have time, a traditional pumpkin pie. So the first step is to dissolve a ½ teaspoon of baking soda in 3/4 cup boiling water, which I did and I have set aside here. And then it calls for 1 cup of molasses, of dark molasses. And so I'm using this. So I'll just fill this over here. To that, I'm going to add 1 egg beaten. And it doesn't say this, but I'm actually just going to temper that egg because I don't want scrambled eggs and this water is still pretty hot. The top part. So 1 1/4 cups flour, 2 tablespoons of shortening, and 1/2 cup of brown sugar. The recipe I was using called for 2 tablespoons of butter. Even after incorporating it, I felt that it needed more, and so I added 2 more tablespoons. In retrospect, I think that it probably needed a 1/2 cup to make a nice crumble. This still turned out a little floury looking. Okay, time to assemble. So I have an unbaked pie shell. The other 2 are in the oven right now for our other pies because they need to be baked ahead of time. And it says to pour 1/3 of the liquid in here. Just straight in. I would have thought that it needed to be cooked first, but it assures me not. So let's see. I've got about 2 cups here. About there. 1/3 of my crumb mixture. I've heard there's such things as the soggy bottom and then a dry Shoofly pie. This doesn't say, it just says Shoofly, so we're just going to trust the system here. Then we're going to layer with another 1/3. I don't know, it kind of puffed up my crumbs, so. All right. And another 1/3. Still seems like it's all just going to the top, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's see if this sits on top. Nope, goes straight through, so. All right, then I'm gonna stick it in a preheated oven for 35 minutes and start on the next pie. next pie that we're going to make is a sour cream raisin pie. This isn't something that I, as it were, would have made, but I saw it in this cookbook, and if you're watching, we had a pastor who said not to knock sour cream raisin pie until you've tried it. So a pastor can't lie, right? So here we go. We're gonna try a sour cream raisin pie. So actually, I'm gonna change my mind here because since I have my pie shell already hot, I wanna stick my pumpkin pie into that so I can get back in the oven. So I'm using a can of pumpkin. Now when we had our farm, I could grow our own pumpkins and make puree, and the pumpkin pie, it was just amazing. But I didn't grow pumpkins this year, so we're just gonna use organic pumpkin. Heard it's really important to use organic on squash, so make sure we use that. Then we're gonna add in our sugar, which sometimes I tend to forget, so I'm just gonna do that right now. We do have chickens. So I just like to take off that, the little bit of that white part that attaches to the yolk. It just doesn't taste good if it's put into the pie. You kind of get that little piece of egg in your pie, and nobody likes that. It's disgusting. So I just take that off. I didn't see any, but that's why I was going back and forth with the eggs, because that way I can just catch those before they go down in it. I have always put together my own spices, but I just saw this pumpkin spice mix, and I actually got it so that we can make pumpkin spice lattes. I thought that would be really easy with fresh pumpkin and just use this, but I'm gonna try it in my pumpkin pie, so I'm gonna add 1.5 teaspoons. The sour cream raisin pie, first you combine your sugar, your cinnamon, salt, and flour in a saucepan. Then you add 1 cup of finely chopped raisins, add in 2 egg yolks, 1 cup of sour cream, and stir over medium heat until thickened and bubbly. For the meringue topping, combine 1/4 teaspoon cream of tartar with your 2 egg whites. Slowly add in 4 tablespoons of sugar and whip until you have stiff peaks. Okay, I've been beating these egg whites with my hand mixer, but I feel like they're gonna take forever. I don't have forever. I'm going to stick them in my stand mixer and let them continue. Yeah, let's see. Almost. She's up from her nap helping me cook. All right, I think we almost have stiff peaks, if you can hear me over the mixer. Okay, let's check. Let's see how we're doing. Oh yeah, that's stiff peaks. Uh-oh. See? Not going anywhere. Yep, we're gonna put this over the pie. Try a little bit, make sure it's tasty. Let's see. Do you want to taste? No? Okay, it's good. Okay, let's pour it. So a little tip for applying your meringue, make sure that you get it all the way up to the edge of the crust so that it doesn't shrink when it bakes. Okay, let's put this in hot. Okay, so I just pulled my Shoofly Pie from the oven. It smells really good. It's bubbling and it's browned, so I'm gonna guess that that's done. The sour cream raisin pie was surprisingly delicious. The Shoofly, really not my favorite. Pumpkin pie is always a winner though. What's your favorite pie? Let me know in the comments. Okay, ready?
No.